The Native Americans who lived in the northwest coast of the United States and southern Canada lived next door to beavers. And the Salish tribe saw things that were true about the beaver. They saw that the beaver had such sharp teeth that she could chew down trees with just her teeth. And let me show you. This is a tree that's actually been chewed by a beaver. Look at both ends of this. And you can see how the beaver can easily chew down a tree when you look at the skull of a beaver and you see these sharp teeth. And they said she must have done something amazing to get such great sharp teeth from the Creator. And then they watched the beaver. They saw how in the land she walked so slow because she had to drag her heavy tail behind her. And then they saw her in the water, and they saw her swimming and using her tail to warn the other animals by slapping it on the water when she was in danger. And then they felt the beaver's fur, and they said, "Oh my, she must have done something so amazing to have such beautiful, soft, warm fur." And one night, a holy man had a dream, and in his dream, he learned the story of the beaver's courage. And this story is called How the Beaver Got Sharp Teeth. The great Creator made the earth, and he made special places for each of his precious animals to live. And he made the sun, and he said to the sun, "You may travel as you wish through the universe, but stay close enough to Earth to keep my beloved animals warm." Now, some of the animals did not look like they do today. The beaver did not have beautiful fur. She had a couple of scraggly little hairs on her back, and the rest of her skin was so pale and sensitive. She could only live on the land, and she had to walk so slowly, dragging her heavy tail behind her. And she did not have sharp teeth. Her teeth were short and dull, and every time she chewed, they got smaller and smaller and smaller. Many of the other animals were cruel to her. They teased her. The wolves howled, "Oh, you do not have beautiful fur like we do." The snails made fun of how slow she walked. "Even a snail can walk faster than you." The rabbits teased her about her teeth. "Beaver, if we invited you over for a carrot dinner, you'd still be chewing on the same carrots at breakfast. If you had teeth left, they'd probably be all gone." Sometimes she got so sad, she would cry out to the great Creator, "Why did you make me? Why am I here? You must have had a reason. Please tell me why." And the great Creator would comfort her, whispering in her ear, "Don't give up. You will find out why. Please be patient. Be strong." Now the great Creator had made the sun, and he had asked the sun to stay close enough to the earth to keep the animals warm. But the sun did not want to be bothered, and she went further and further away, until she was so far away that even the wolves with all their fur were cold. And the wolves howled, "Oh, great Creator, we're cold. Make the sun come close and keep us warm." The great Creator did not want his animals to suffer, and he said, "Don't worry, I'll speak with the sun." But when he asked the sun to come closer to the earth and keep the animals warm, the sun said, "Don't tell me what to do." Oh, this made him angry. He said, "I will teach the sun a lesson about freedom that she will never forget." He took a huge tree, a tree that was so tall it reached up in the sky way past the clouds, and its roots went deep into the earth. And then he made a rope that was so long and so strong the sun could never ever melt it or break it with her heat. At the end of the long rope, he tied a huge circle, Then he coiled the long rope up. He climbed the tallest mountain. He climbed to the top of the tippy-tallest tree on the tallest mountain, and he held the rope, and he waited for the sun to pass by. And when she did, he roped the sun. He tied her to the very top of that tall, tall tree, and then he buried the end of the rope deep into the ground. "Now you will keep my animals warm." Oh, the sun was mad. She fought back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, but she could not break the rope. And now she was too close to the earth. The water in the oceans and rivers began to evaporate. All the creatures that lived in the oceans and the waters began to die. And the animals didn't have water to drink, and they were so thirsty, and they were so hot. And the animals huddled in the shade, and the wolves howled, "Ow! Great Creator, we're melting in sun. If we break the rope and set you free, you'll go far away and we'll freeze again. What can we do?" But the sun said, "No, no, no. I've learned my lesson about freedom. If you break the rope, I make you this promise. I'll come from the east. I'll stop in the middle. I'll leave in the west, but I will come back. Please set me free." The wolves howled, "Oh, we made a plan with the sun. Someone else cut the rope." "I will," said the eagle. "With my sharp talons and beak, I will break the rope and be victorious." So the eagle started his descent, but before he got halfway to the rope, the feathers on top of his head burnt off. Maybe that's how he got to be the bald eagle. "I can't do it. I could lose all of my glorious plumage. Someone else do the job." But nobody else would. The great Creator whispered in the beaver's ear, "You can do it, but my teeth aren't sharp at all. Just try." She started to walk towards the rope. By the time she was halfway there, the little hair she had on her back had burnt off, and her skin was blistered and cracked. By the time she got to the rope, her eyes were so dry, they felt like hot black rocks in her head. She opened her mouth, and she started to chew. Back and forth, in 3 chews. The rope had worn her teeth away. She didn't give up. She kept on chewing. She chewed with her gums, the red part. She chewed back and forth 2 times until her gums were gone. She didn't give up. She chewed with her bones, upper jawbone against lower jawbone, back and forth, until in her very last breath, the rope broke. The sun was free. Aye, the animals gathered around to celebrate the beaver. But it was too late. Her life spirit had left her body. The great Creator knelt down. With one hand he grasped her life spirit. With the other he gently cradled her in his arms, and he breathed her life whoosh, back in her body. The beaver was alive again. "Oh, your courage. I am going to give you gifts for your bravery. Why, I am going to make you teeth so strong you can chew down trees." And he took the sharpest tools, the axe, the chisel, the knife, and the saw, and he made little ones, and he fitted them in her mouth. "Now you live on the land where you're so slow. I will give you the ability to live in the water and be so fast. And so you never ever get cold, I will make you 2 kinds of fur, one underneath to keep the cold out. And on top of that, he took hair from his own head, and he wove it so beautifully together. I will give you the kind of fur that any animal that sees you will know not just by your fur, but by your gifts, that you did something great. And I will always remember your courage. I will remember how you never, ever gave up." And that is how the beaver got sharp teeth.